All right, ranking heavy equipment based on how well I could operate it drunk. I'm pretty confident in my skills, y'all. I can hop into any of these pieces of equipment that I've got listed right here and operate the absolute hell out of them. First thing on my list, we got skidder. I was hoping for something a little more difficult. I randomized the list, but hey, skidder it's something. I know a lot of y'all probably operate skidders out in the woods and you're just dragging logs around. Maybe some of y'all are using skidders to spray. When I think of a skidder, I think of a Power Wheel from Walmart. You know, the ones that take the batteries that you buy for your kids. It's about as difficult as operating a Power Wheel. I could put my 6-year-old in a skidder. Guarantee you he'd have it figured out in about 10 minutes. Hey, Daddy, where you want these logs at? Just drag them over there by the road, son. I'll get them loaded up in a minute. No big deal at all, dude. It's just mud riding. You're just basically getting paid to mud ride. Brother, I used to do that all the time. I used to mud bog for fun, brother. You could pay me for it, whatever, shit. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put skidder up here in perfect, man, because I could do that job perfect. There's just no extra skills required to operate a skidder, brother. That's where they put the guys that don't really have any skills. They put them in the skidder. That's where they put the guys that they don't want to let operate the hard stuff, but they don't want to get rid of them because they feel bad for them. Anyway, let's move on from skidder, y'all. It's pitiful. Next on the list, a little bit harder to operate than a skidder, we got a pallet jack. All right, so I've operated many pallet jacks. Now, there are tons of different types of pallet jacks. You have to be careful with a pallet jack. If you operate a pallet jack wrong, now I've never seen this in real life, but I've seen videos of people being thrown over what they're trying to lift, over the pallet they're trying to lift, and just face first, probably dead, right? Or wish they were dead. They're either dead or they wish they was dead. So I'm gonna have to go with I'm going to have to put a pallet jack. I'm going to have to put a pallet jack. If I'm operating a pallet jack drunk, job's getting done, but it may not be getting done right. You know what I'm saying? Shit probably ain't going to be in the right spot. Somebody might end up dead or in the hospital. I don't know, but we're going to move on from pallet jack. I don't want to spend too much time on a pallet jack. Next on the list, we got excavator or track hoe, as we call them. If I'm hopping in a track hoe and I'm lit, baby. I got all the hoes. I'm lit as hell. It depends on what we're doing. Now, if we digging holes, I can dig a goddamn hole all fucking day, baby. Especially if I got a cooler full of beer and I'm staying lit. So not only did I show up lit to get in the excavator to start the job, I'm staying lit. I'm keeping that buzz. I don't even need a lunch break. I'm working through lunch, big dog. While y'all taking 3 o'clock break, I'm out there fucking shitting and getting, baby. Digging holes, son. I already know exactly how this would go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put excavator up there in perfect, baby. Imagine how fun it would be to operate a track hoe wasted. Some of y'all know what that's like. Some of y'all watching this video know exactly what that's like, and you can let me know about it in the comments, man. We're going to move on from excavator. I think I could do it perfect. Zero turn. Brother, I do this all the time. At least once every 2 weeks, I operate a zero turn completely fucking foobarred, hammered, wasted, lit. It's over with. I'm putting it in hell. I'd be better at it because I'm absolutely much better at operating a zero turn when I am drunk as shit, big dog. Grass is getting mowed. My grass is getting mowed. The county's grass is getting mowed. A few neighbors' grass is getting mowed. Until I run out of beer, big dog, or gas, which more than likely be gas first, shit is getting mowed. All right, moving on from zero turn. Next on the list, we got crane. All right, so the thing about the crane operating is it's not really that hard of a job. You're just picking stuff up and moving it. Problem is, me being wasted and drunk, I don't really have a whole lot of patience, and I'm pretty sure that crane operating takes some patience. It seems like it's kind of slow. Anytime I've ever been on a job and it involves a crane, it's a bit of a slow job, and they're moving stuff around real slow. I don't have the patience, brother. I'm gonna be wanting to move shit around, big dog. I'm slinging shit. Whatever we're moving around, I'm slinging it from this part of the job to the next. Let's move on, get the next object where you want that motherfucker. You want it put on top of that? I'm putting it on top of that. I ain't gonna lie though. I don't think it's gonna end well because I don't even know if that's gonna end well with me being sober. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna put that we'll probably be in a documentary because not long after I get out of this crane or when they drag me out of this crane, Netflix is gonna be on the job site wanting an interview. They're going to be asking a lot of questions. Fox News is going to be there, CNN, all the news stations going to be there wanting to know some answers. I'm probably going to I'll have a few court dates. So I'm pretty sure if I hop in a crane drunk, I'll probably end up in a documentary. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm being honest on this list. I'm being completely honest, y'all. Moving on from crane, we got compactor. Man, these things look fun to operate. I have never operated a compactor, but I see them all the time, and it looks fun, man. Just smashing shit. It can't be no harder than making a pancake. It's just on a bigger scale, right? It cannot take skill. Really, you're just like packing dirt. People get paid to pack dirt. That is insane to me. I think if I was drunk on a compactor, I think I'd be having one hell of a time. I ain't even gonna lie. I think on a compactor, if it didn't have a radio, I'd bring my big Bluetooth speaker. I'm blasting Leonard Skinner, and I'm throwing beers back, big dog, and we getting the job done. The job's getting done on a compactor if I'm drunk as hell. So let me decide here. Where am I gonna put the compactor at? We're gonna put it in perfect, man. That's the only place to put it. If you can't operate a compactor drunk, dude, come on, man. Get out of the trades, go become a teacher. Something you can do drunk that don't require any trying, I guess. Be a teacher. Next on the list, something even harder, we got wheelbarrow. Brother, let me tell y'all something about operating a wheelbarrow drunk. It has one wheel in the front. One fucking wheel in the front. Now, you can get the kind with two wheels, but most people ain't that fucking rich. So they got an old-ass, rusty-ass wheelbarrow, one wheel in the front. You're loading up way too much shit in it because you don't want to make more than one trip, or you want to take as less trips as possible. So you're overloading this wheelbarrow. It's not going to go well, I don't think, if I'm drunk pushing a wheelbarrow. Let's just say I got the wheelbarrow overloaded with gravel, right? And I of course, I'm drunk as shit, dude, so it's not even. One side's heavier than the other. It's trying to tip over. Brother, if I go down a hill, fuck going up a hill. I ain't even going to try. If I'm pushing a wheelbarrow and I push that motherfucker downhill and I got a gravel in that summit and it's overloaded, y'all, it's not going to be good. I'm probably going to break a leg. I'm probably going to break an arm. I'm going to have a concussion, break my neck. I'm going to need CPR. Shit's not going to go well. So I don't even think the job's going to get done, y'all. I honestly think we're going to lose money. If you got me pushing a wheelbarrow drunk and you're relying on me to get shit where it's supposed to go with that wheelbarrow, you ain't got nobody else who can do it for whatever reason. Brother, job's not getting done. We losing money. I mean, that's all there is to it. So, anyway, let's move on from wheelbarrow. Next, we got bucket truck. Here's the thing. If you're operating a bucket truck, and it depends on what you're doing, and I'm thinking I'm thinking like referring to maybe power line bucket trucks or fiber or whatever. You're up there pretty close to some power lines, dude. Me and power lines, we don't mix. I don't like them. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, linemen are brave to me because I'm just not brave enough to fuck with them. I don't want nothing to do with no electricity, dude. All right, if it was up to me to hook up electricity, brother, we're going back to the Stone Age. Honestly, if I got to operate a bucket truck, I don't really think it's going to go well for me. It's not going to be as bad as being in a documentary. I would say the job is getting done, but I may not make it home. The job's getting done, but I may not make it home. Would that be losing money? I think that would be losing money. Never mind. We're going to put that in losing money because it's not going to go well. I'm just letting you know, man. I'm going to be having a good time now. Anytime I'm drunk and I'm operating any of this stuff, make no mistake, I'm having a damn good time. But we are going to lose some money because I may not make it home, or I'm going to tear this sumbitch up. It is what it is. It's too much fun. Let's move it on from bucket truck. Front wheel loader, front end loader, I think that's what we call it, is a front end loader. I think this is the same thing as a front wheel loader. It's not a big deal. A front wheel loader doesn't really, to me, it don't take much skill. You're just picking shit up, all right? We had a lot of the ones I operated have forks on them. You just be careful. You just got to move pipe around or whatever, dude. It's not hard at all, man. Come on, you can figure this shit out in 10 minutes. If you're absolutely wasted and drunk, that swivel and stuff might fuck with you if you're drunk and messed up. It's kind of hard to say. It's the same as a skidder, though, but with the skidder, you're just in the woods mud bogging, man. With the front end loader, you're actually having to pick stuff up, move stuff around. You might be loading up some dirt. You might be loading up some gravel, man. You might plow into the fucking dump truck or whatever you're loading up. I'm going to say, for me, operating a front end loader drunk, I'm going to say the job's getting done, but there's going to be some damages, man. There's going to be some shit happen. If I'm loading gravel into a dump truck, I'm probably going to, plow right into that sandwich a few times. If I'm moving pipe around or moving objects around with forks on it, we're going to be dropping shit. Shit's going to be going everywhere. So the job is going to get done. Like, I'll make sure the job gets done, but I mean, there's going to be some fucked up shit going on. Moving on from that, the next thing on my list is ditch witch. I've never operated a ditch witch. I know it's kind of common. You can rent them and you can dig ditches galore, whatever the fuck. So I'm going to guess on this. Operating a ditch witch drunk, I feel like would be, I don't think it, honestly, I think this is one of the only things on the list that wouldn't be fun drunk, other than the wheelbarrow. I don't see how you're just digging a ditch, man, to maybe you're putting something in the ground or whatever you're doing. I just don't see how it'd be fun drunk. I feel like it'd be a miserable time. Honestly, though, anytime I'm drinking, though, I'm going to have Leonard Skinner going. And if we're running it with Leonard Skinner going and I'm drinking a shitload of beer, it probably will be a good time. I don't see how it would be hard, though. Even drunk, like operating a ditch witch shouldn't be hard. I think that, hell, I'd probably do it better, to be honest. Nah, let's put it in perfect. Let's put it in perfect because, like I said, it's just not something I think I would enjoy. So we're going to put that in perfect. I don't see how I could fuck it up, but we'll put it in perfect. Moving on from Ditch Witch, we got Compact Tractor. I've done this many times already. I know exactly how this would go. It would go perfect. Compact Tractor, nothing to it, man. There's nothing to it. Most of the time, you're going to be bush hogging. You might be moving something around. No big. Well, a lot of us do stuff with compact tractors that they're not meant to be doing. We do a lot of big stuff that a compact tractor really ain't. So, it's moving shit around. It ain't supposed to be moved around. But it's just a tractor, man. We're putting it in perfect. All right, there's no way to fuck it up. We're putting it in perfect, dude. I'm drunk as hell on tractors all the time. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Moving on from a compact tractor, we got wood chipper. Now, being drunk, operating a wood chipper, it's, I don't know. I don't think it's going to go well. I'll just come right off the bat saying me operating a wood chipper, drunk as hell. I don't think it's going to go good. I'm either going in that motherfucker or somebody else is probably going to go in there. Yeah, somebody could piss me off, or maybe we're just drunk and we're just having a good time. We forget the wood chipper's on. We forget it's there. We need to take a seat. We're tired. And we sit down and we go right on into the wood chipper. And I honestly think it would be so bad that Netflix is going to show up and they're going to start interviewing people. So, yeah, I'd probably be in a documentary if I was to operate a wood chipper. It'd probably be horrible, dude. And I'm going to be calling, I'm going to be trying to get everybody to bring all the local pedos down too, so we can throw them in there. It's going to be rough. I don't need a wood chipper. We need to move on from wood chipper. We're going to go to the next on my list is street sweeper. Brother, this ain't a real job. This is a job that they made up to give to their kinfolk. I don't care who's doing it, whether it's the county, the city, the state, whatever, whoever employed you to be a street sweeper. It's because you had a cousin or uncle or a dad or something like that in a position. You needed a job and you can't fucking do anything else. Brother, this is not a real job. This is crazy. Ain't no goddamn way I'm fucking paying somebody to ride in a vehicle that sweeps the street. This is frustrating. I know for a fact, me being drunk, I could damn sure operate a damn street sweeper, brother. Hell, I'd probably be better at it doing it drunk. I wouldn't even charge, as a matter of fact. If there's a job, if there's somebody out there hiring street sweepers, and you let me drink while I'm doing this, I won't even charge you. I'll do it for free. I'll sweep the hell out of that street, y'all. Be a clean street, dude. Let's move on from street sweeper before it pisses me off. We got forklift. Now, I've done this, not quite drunk, but I have been really hungover. Pretty much drunk, I guess you could say. Yeah, I guess I was drunk. I've done it drunk, all right? I've done this drunk at work at one of my old jobs plenty of times because we would be hungover as hell operating these forklifts, moving shit around. Man, it's no big deal. If you can't operate a forklift drunk, what kind of man are you? Go get an easier job, all right? Maybe become a brain surgeon or something. Get the hell out of the trades, dude. Come on, man. We're going to move on from forklift before I piss myself off. We got bulldozer. Hell yeah, one of my favorite, probably everybody's favorite pieces of equipment to operate, dude. What kind of man don't like a bulldozer, man? You can push it around, destroy shit, move dirt like it's nothing. There's something satisfying about taking a bulldozer to a bunch of trees that it can just push over, man. Moving shit that you can't move any other way. It's something so satisfying about that for a man. Combine that with drinking a lot of beer, alcohol, whatever you like, the satisfaction factor is going to be doubled. Me operating a bulldozer drunk, I'm going to go ahead and throw that. We're going to throw that one in hell. I'd be better at it because there's just no way I wouldn't. There's no way I wouldn't. Now, this one's kind of weird because it could go into we're losing money. I don't think it could go into perfect or jobs getting done or being a documentary. It could only go into hell, I'd be better at it, or we're losing money. It depends on what kind of job it is, honestly. But in most cases, if we're out in the middle of the woods or we're building roads or whatever we're doing and there's not a whole lot of stuff around, I'd be better at it. Now, if we're near a bunch of other equipment, we're near some delicate shit, and I'd probably lose us some money, man, because I'd probably run into all kind of shit. I ain't even going to lie, brother, because I'm going to be having a damn good time. But we're just going to go with, hell, I'd be better at it because in most cases, 80% of cases, I'd be better at operating a dozer drunk. Moving on from bulldozer, we got asphalt roller. Basically, ain't it like a compactor except your own asphalt? I could be wrong about that. I don't know much about road construction other than it's a scam because they don't hardly do shit. Anytime you see people working on a road, you can literally come back 2 weeks later and these motherfuckers are still working on the same part of the road. I don't know what they're doing. It's a scam. It's money laundering or something. I don't know what they got going on. But anyway, I've always wanted to ride in one of these things. I've always wanted to operate one. I've never done it, just like the compactor, because it just looks so cool, man, riding with that big-ass front thing on the front, thinking I would do it perfect, man. It just can't be that hard of a job, dude. Looking at any of these road construction guys, having to outwork these guys is just not going to be a problem for me. It's not going to be a problem for 80% of anybody in any other industry. Even electricians, they could probably outwork these road construction guys. These dudes, they don't hardly do shit, man. I don't know what they do. And next on the list, we got backhoe. I love a good backhoe, man. It's basically just a tractor. I've operated many, many backhoes. Never drunk, but I've operated plenty of tractors drunk. Backhoe is just a stronger tractor in most cases, man. I just don't see myself having any issues operating a backhoe, dude. We're going to put it in perfect. We're going to move on from that one pretty quick because it's just basically a tractor. And next on the list, we've got skid steer. Brother, that would be the most fun I've ever had. Skid steers are fun anyway. All right, aside from bulldozers, skid steers are I guess they'd be my second, maybe even first favorite. I know I said bulldozer was my favorite, but I think skid steer, that might take it. I actually might be my favorite. Dude, anytime I'm operating a fucking skid steer drinking, dude, we're going to put that in hell. I'd be better at it. I'd be way better at that shit. We're going to move it in front of the lawnmower, as a matter of fact. I'd be so much better at it if I'm drunk in a skid steer. The most fun I'll probably ever have. Just stay the fuck out of my way, dude. That's going to do it for tonight's list, man. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate y'all. Let me move this off of my face. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate y'all, man. Consider liking and subscribing, dude. Maybe even turn on the bell thing. I'm going to do plenty more of these. Don't worry. I see y'all suggestions in the comments. I'm going to get to every one of them, y'all. Y'all have a good night, day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you at.